Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at people who thought they were going to die. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. I shouldn't be smiling while saying that. Insane car crash. Sitting stopped at a red light and a woman not watching the road at all, texting, hit me at highway speeds. I was pushed into the crossing traffic that somehow all dodged me. Someone ran up to the car and first question was, "Oh my god, you're alive?" And I answered honestly, "I'm not sure." I couldn't open my door but climbed out of the window. The entire back of the car was collapsed in. Oh my gosh. That's scary. Oh my gosh. I imagined the whole thing. Thank gosh they had like timing on the side where no one crashed into them except that woman texting. Why are you texting while driving? Once as a kid, I was in the backyard swimming while my family was nearby eating dinner at a round table. Most had their backs to me, but I was like 11 and an experienced swimmer. I got into a toddler's float with leg holes. It ended up flipping over and I was stuck in it. My legs wouldn't come out of the leg holes. I kicked and thrashed as much as I could, but I was so stuck. And you can't hear someone screaming underwater. So many thoughts ran through my head. Mostly how sad I was that my parents were about to find me dead in a matter of minutes and how they'd never forgive themselves for allowing me to silently drown as they talk with friends. I tried one more time to kick with all my might. One leg slipped out and I was able to get the other out after. I was fine. Totally spooked but physically okay. Thank gosh. But I can't believe they thought about all of that while about to drown, you know? Oh my gosh. Is that true? When before you die, you get like flashbacks of like your entire life? I heard it somewhere, but I don't know if that's true. I don't know. But that's pretty crazy too. Man, this is why, even if your kid is a good swimmer, always watch them if there's a pool somewhere, honestly. I was driving home from college on one of those highways with only one lane in either direction and no shoulder. A guy in the oncoming lane didn't see me as I was in a small car. He thought he could pass and pulled into my lane going at least 90. There was nowhere for me to go. He flew off into the ditch to avoid hitting me head on. Likely did severe damage to his car, but I lived. Oh my gosh. People, you know what sucks about driving is you just don't know what anyone's thinking, you know? You could be thinking everyone's just driving safely, right? But there's always got to be that one dumb person who does something like this and you could just lose your life. Come on. Boyfriend finally woke me up shortly after we had fallen asleep in a small upstairs bedroom that had a smoldering fire. After we collapsed on the floor and couldn't find the door that was not even 5 feet away, we kept hitting walls and corners and started to not comprehend anything. After feeling like I was baking in an oven, I laid my head down on the floor thinking I'd never see my son again and how sad it was to die. It felt like eternity and felt very lonely. My boyfriend somehow found his phone on the floor, called 911. Fire department showed up in what felt like 2 seconds, but couldn't break down the door. They shined the flashlight up to the window so he could kick out the AC unit, which he did. They finally came upstairs and we crawled to them and they took us to the burn unit since they didn't know what shape we were in. I'm glad the fire department got there fast. Fire's a scary thing, honestly. It just spreads so fast. Oh. I ate one of those Bratch's oval-shaped hard candies at home alone when I was 6. Got stuck in my throat. I stood there in shock for a few seconds as I started to realize I couldn't breathe. I ran crazily around the room and ended up colliding hard into the back of a couch, which caused the candy to go flying out. Thank gosh for the couch. Now the family is always like, thank gosh we got this couch. I had a leg cramp and a momentary blackout when swimming in a diving pool when I was 16. I was really active that I overexert my limit. Surprisingly, I didn't really panic. Just the dreadful thought, oh, I'm screwed. Funny thing is that I didn't really wriggle my hands out of the pool panickingly like I usually see in TV, just silently sinking. Good thing the pool guard on duty noticed me and went for my rescue by pulling me out. Really wish I thanked the guard more that he saved me instead of me cluelessly sitting outside the lobby after the accident. That's true, eh? I always hear that when lifeguards save someone, they don't really hear thank you often. That's kind of sad, honestly. Like, I'm sure they're still in like that panic mode and they're just in shock, right? But If you have the chance, then go back and thank your lifeguard after everything is good. It probably means a lot to them. Parachute deployed but failed to open. That was one of those moments. Then training kicked in. Cutaway failed chute. Deploy secondary. But for a brief moment, life was about to be over in my mind. Oh my gosh, that's so scary. I always do think about this, you know? When seeing people skydive or jump off a building, I'm always just like, what if, right? What if the parachute just fails to open? What happens then? So I guess they always have a secondary one. Good. I didn't know that. I was driving down a highway, doing 65 miles per hour, and suddenly my car started to shake. I tapped the brakes in reflex and my entire car flipped 180 degrees. I'm now facing oncoming traffic, including a semi-truck. I was so close I couldn't see the driver compartment. I screamed and jerked the wheel, bringing me in front of a sedan with 2 people screaming as they watched me appear out of nowhere. I kept screaming and floored the gas pedal, made it to the side of the road and cried for a long time. I don't even know what I just read. They flipped 180 degrees? So like, wait, were they upside down or not? Oh, they just flipped the other way. The car just flipped onto oncoming traffic. Oh, I thought they flipped upside down. Oh my gosh. Well, thank gosh they didn't. Jeez, you know what I had in my mind? I thought they were upside down in the car and they were just watching people drive and then they were just screaming, not doing anything, and then they see people screaming. Oh my gosh, I was so confused. I see. When I was about 16, I was mowing some lawns over the summer to make a little extra cash. One guy hired me to mow his lawn. He seemed nice enough, like a kindly old hippie who lived alone. I get to his house and he invites me in to give me some yard equipment. Once I step inside, he closes and locks the door behind me. He says, just locking the door to keep the bugs out. Not just closing the door. Wait, what? He leads me through his house and starts saying all this weird stuff. I don't know what you've heard about me around the neighborhood, but none of it is true. I'm straight as an arrow. We get to his basement door. I keep the mower in the basement. Probably should have hightailed it out of there then, but as a polite teenager, I followed him down the stairs into the dark basement. Once I get down in the basement and my eyes adjust to the darkness, I start to get really scared. That's when I turn around and see the guy emerging from the darkness wielding a machete. That's when I was sure I was going to die. I just didn't know if he would hack me up right then and there or lock me in the basement and torture me for a few days. My fight or flight response was about to kick in, but then he hands me the machete and tells me to use it to cut back the kudzu. Huge relief. I mowed his lawn and cut back his kudzu, and the whole time I could see him watching me out the window. Finished as fast as I could and got out of there. Thank gosh you got out of there, but I think he did all of that on purpose. You know, like, everyone already knows how sketchy this is and how someone would definitely be suspicious of you if you did something like this, right? Locking the door, going down to the basement in this dark place. Anyone normal would know that's weird and they normally wouldn't do this. If anything, they would tell the teenager to wait outside and then they'll get it. They wouldn't tell them to come inside with them. Well, thank gosh nothing happened, but that's so creepy. Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoy. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!